To see if the surprise package of this season's J-League can continue their astonishing run of form and maintain their position as the top dogs in Japanese football right now. It has been quite the season so far for Machida Zelvia, promoted for the first time at the end of last season at the champions of J2. They are storming away with the top flight at the moment. Today, though, they face a tough test. There is another team alongside themselves that are very much in upwards trajectory right now. Avispa Fukuoka have won the last 3 J-League games, add a cup game to that as well, and you are looking at the league's in-form side right now. So this is a really mouth-watering game, an intriguing game, and a red-hot game for us in the J-League this afternoon. It's also a very, very hot and humid day in Machida. 30 minutes or so to the west of Tokyo. And for those that have made the journey all the way over from Fukuoka, 1,000 kilometers or so, 6 hours on the Shinkansen, or 12 hours in the car. It's a long old way to come, but they're here on business. They perhaps would have come into this game at this stage of the season thinking that Machida Zelvia would be down fighting for their future in their first season in the top flight. But last week's performance, last week's victory at Yokohama F. Marinos once again confirmed their status as real championship contenders this season in the J-League. Yes, there are challenges. Yes, we are expecting the likes of Vissel Kobe to come on strong in the second half of the season. But as we approach the midway point of the season, it's Machida Zelvia who have the opportunity to be sitting at the top of the table, 2 points clear as we go into today's game from Kashima Antlers. And looking for another 3 points in this game today. Futoshi Nakamura is leading the sides out in the Gion Stadium in Machida. It is one of the smaller arenas. It is certainly a ground that has got used to hosting lower league football down the years. A stadium that holds just shy of 16,000 people. You can imagine they're going to be selling out week after week if they can maintain this challenge at the top of the table, led by the likes of Genshoji. The years without a goal, he's got 2 in the last couple of weeks as well, 1 in the cup, 1 in the league. And with the talent of young Henry Mochizuki there, number 33, they have a really good mix of experience and youth. And they fear nobody right now. But Avispa themselves are a big, big threat. Silverware won for the first time last season. They're now looking to advance on last season's top half finish themselves. Good game this, really looking forward to this. And it gives us a chance to take a check on the two teams. Well, perhaps unsurprisingly, Kuroda has decided to keep the same side that
won at Yokohama Marinos last week. He did decide to make the one change in midfield with Kaya Sento returning for Kai Shibato. Shibato was excellent last week, but it was decided that he needed to drop down to the bench. Shota Fujio, the scorer last week, partnered by Eric up front as Kuroda looks for the right blend. Yu Hirakawa on the left-hand side of midfield, that little diminutive winger, has been one of the standout performers so far in this J-League season. Futoshi Nakamura is assisted by Messrs Nomura, Michiyama and Mitsuzawa. And of course, should he require a little bit of help from those in the VAR booth, he has Tetsuro Yoshido and Masahiro Horikoshi. Well, Avispa themselves in really good form. Masaki Murakami has taken advantage of the injury to Nagaishi and continues in goal. Still no Tatsuki Nara at the heart of the defence, so that's the three selected. Itsuki Ora and Yuto Iwasaki have provided very good service from the flanks, and today it's Ryogo Sato, Takeshi Kanamori who are looking to support Wellington up front. Takeshi Kanamori has come in today for the suspended Kazuya Kono. Kono, of course, the standout performer in this Fukuoka side. He will be missed today. Well, it is red hot out there. Temperature of around 30 degrees. Kuroda has stated this week that in the middle of this heat wave that we are seeing to the west of Tokyo, he's had to just work with the players in training and use the temperature, train at the right times of day. Well, today, this afternoon, right in the heat of battle, right in the heat of the day. It's the big game of the day in Japan. It's the leaders against the very upwardly mobiles, Avispa Fukuoka. What has Wellington got in store for us today? Preferred up front, by the way, today to Shahab Zahedi, the Iranian who really did light up the start of this J-League season. 6 goals for him so far, but it is the veteran Brazilian who will lead the line. Here we go then, the leaders of the J-League are underway. Machida Zelvia against Avispa Fukuoka. Wellington with the first header, but the ball will break loose into midfield, where Hirakawa will try to move it downfield. Hirakawa was absolutely outstanding last week at Yokohama at Marinos, hitting the post twice himself and creating numerous chances. Could have had a hat-trick on the day, and much made of the comeback performance by Machida in that game. They won 3-1. They could have doubled that, in truth, with the chances that they had, and it certainly heaped the pressure on Harry Kuehl, the Yokohama Marinos coach. But a big win for him and for them in midweek to get back to winning ways. Today we look to see if Machida can win again as they bounce back from that awful cup defeat to the Fifth Tsukuba University. Well, an early free kick for the home side. Okuto Shimoda will be the one that orchestrates things here. Scored a brilliant free kick last week in the Nissan Stadium. This one is a little further out, but he is the set-piece expert, the dead ball king, lauded for his goal a week ago, and he looks like he's going to have a pop here as well, and why not? He scored last week. What's he got in store for us here? Well, he's fired it through the wall, and the goalkeeper Murakami has to react really, really well. He has so much confidence when he strikes those dead balls, and the goalkeeper responded superbly. Really, really good stop. An early free kick leads to an early corner. Sento will take. Looking for a little variation. It's beautifully done. And the block in the end was a really important one from Masaya Tashiro. Well, they do come up with these very clever little set pieces. They do like to work things on the training ground to find a way through. They've done it all season long. It was a very important block by Tashiro. What have they got for us this time? This one a little more orthodox. Wellington with the header. Up and away, and Hiroyuki Mai will help the ball a little further clear. Returned with interest and helped towards goal by Byron Vasquez. A difficult header for the little Chilean. Of course, when we say the little Chilean, he is still working towards the Japanese nationality, waiting to complete the period that he has. He has lived in Japan ever since he was a child. Now wants to become a Japanese national. This is Ayashi looking for Byron Vasquez. Won by Mia. Touch by Hirakawa was just a little heavy, and will allow the visitors to advance downfield. Taken by Sato. We are back to Tashiro. Looking long. Shizuki with the header. It's a good challenge by this young rookie. Outstanding last week in the Nissan Stadium. Performance full of energy and quality. Our ball there. Free kick will go the way of the home side. The ball back with Kositani. Another cap for his country last week. Well, now this is going to come loose for Eric. Tashiro trying to get there. Ball comes all the way across the penalty area on a way to safety. Wellington. Nicely taken by Kanahori. Suki Oda. Douglas Grolli. Matsuoka. Here's Douglas Grolli again. Was looking for Wellington. The ball didn't quite have enough on it, and again Shoji was in the way. Referee has pulled that back for a foul. There he is, the goal getter of a week ago, and a goal scorer in the cup as well in the last couple of weeks. Saves his goals for the most crucial times, does the 31-year-old. It was his first J-League goal in 6 years that he scored last week. Nicely done. Here is Shoji. He's overcooked that one a little. Let's take a couple of clubs off that one, if he has to have any chance of finding Henry Mochizuki. Oda. He's just going to run out of play. Shoji into midfield. It's nicely done to Shimoda. Here comes Mochizuki. Byron Vasquez. He's clipped Little ankle tap on him. Nice piece of skill. He started last week's game in Yokohama in wonderful form. He drifted from the game a little, but that was more really as Hirakawa came more and more into the game. Shimoda with this free kick once again. We very nearly found our way through in the first minute of the game from a Shimoda free kick. Here he is again, looking to conjure something up for Machida. A little flick at the near post and didn't really get the best contact on the ball. It was Shota Fujio. It might have come off his back or his neck more than anything. I think it was his shoulder more than anything, wasn't it? Let's watch as the ball comes across there, just right there. Top of the back. And it looped up and over Murakami's crossbar. Again, such a lovely ball delivered. Fujio has been the main recipient of the quality of balls played in. 7 goals from his 12 starts so far this season. Really good signing from Cerezo. That's Douglas Crawley, who will retrieve the ball. Decides that safety first is the best option there. Just lets it roll out of play and lets everyone reset themselves. That's nicely done, Kanamori. Sato coming short. Iwasaki on the outside and coming inside, saw the opportunity to have a strike at goal. That space in front of him was closing down very, very quickly. Well, we say it doesn't even hold 16,000 people, this stadium, but the noise levels are causing quite a din. And every reason to, really, given the performances of this side. They've never met in the top flight, obviously, because Machida have never been here before. There are plenty of meetings in the second tier. Ball from Ibrahim Dreshevich was just a little too heavy for Adik. Fiery little character. Plenty of goals for him last season. Not quite the same return this time around so far. Hayashi. Bounce towards Hiroyuki Mai. Flags up against Kanamori. Tsukiyoda will try and prevent this going for a goal kick. And he's actually want to throw him when you might be a little fortunate. It did look as though the last touch was off the defender. Shota Fujio certainly thought it was. Referee on the blind side, not quite able to see it. Here comes Mochizuki. He's going to break for Shimoda. A little ball that was delivered, looking for Eddie, just had too much on it. Ball to Wellington. Took it down really nicely. Kanamori, good challenge on him. This is Byron Vasquez breaking at the other end. He's done really, really well. Wasn't quite there to be helped on for Cayacento. It's a foul on Mai. Just jarred his knee a little there. Just having to check that everything's okay before he's able to continue. He's a player who had to fight his way up through the leagues in Japan, like many of those that we're seeing out there in Machida's colours now. Very central part of this Avispa side. Tsuruyuki Mai wearing the armband in the absence of Tatsuki Nara. That's a ball that's scooped forward, but too much on it for Takeshi Kanamori. Been lots of analysis of Machida's way of playing. They are a side that is happy to sit back and let the opposition have the ball and then counter-attack with real pace and purpose. They're going to win a corner here. It was Hirokawa with those dazzling, dancing little feet that he has. Important challenge in the end. A lot of their focus on set pieces. Santo will take. Dresevic, Mochizuki and Shoji inside the penalty area. I'm disappointed with that delivery. Didn't quite get it up and across. Not averse to going long from throw-ins. That's Mochizuki with a header. He's a long way out at a difficult angle, but he generated some power on the ball. Shoji's delivery. Certainly the goalkeeper was never really in any level of concern. Well won. Vasquez. Gio is trying to join in, but Wellington comes all the way back. That's an excellent piece of work by the big forward. Even at the venerable old age of 36, still puts in a real shift for his side. Well this season up front of Avispa. So one thing that they were looking for was the regular goal scorer. Took on the undoubted talent of Shahab Zahedi, not always the easier player to manage in his previous roles in his career, but he settled in well to life in Japan. Ball's got a little deflection on it, but it will take it nicely into the arms of Tani. Nowhere for Hirakawa to go there. Giant figure of Douglas Crawley. What a season he had last season. Well, it's too much for one little one there. He needs to have a little nap on his parent's shoulder. Everyone else so enthralled by what they're seeing in Machida. 18 minutes in. Karo Ayashi's throw. Fujio. Nicely moving the ball on. Mochizuki. It's going to come out towards the fullback here. Shot was struck by Shimoda. Hirakawa. Well, it took two to stop him. Stop him they did. They're trying to pin the visitors in here. Mochizuki again. Ball won't bounce for a blue and black shirt. Dreshevic! Well, he really caught hold of it. Just couldn't quite control the height of the ball. Long way out. Wasn't that far away for Ibrahim Dreshevic. Another of those players that's been brought in from Turkish football, the Kosovan international. Shoji. That's long downfield by the goalkeeper. The little flick by Vasquez, and Eric was trying to get there. Happy to take everyone out in his attempts to get there. All the way through. Nice little battle for the ball. Good little battles all over the field. He took order. Will take the throw. Avispa just really trying to get into the game. They've certainly been on the back foot so far. Really been able to offer anything from an attacking point of view. Maybe they can here with Iwasaki. Cross is deep. Will come towards Wellington, but Machida. Colour around there to deal with him. He felt that's a little harsh. Thought he'd won the ball, a little frustrated. Made of Wellington coming in when he did. Real warrior for the team. Been around a long time now in Japanese football. First joined Shonan in 2013. Mochizuki had a couple of wanders away in that time. It's given away by Mochizuki. Bye. Natsuoka for Douglas Crawley. Bye again. was a foul. Won the ball really well, Kea Sento. Wins the free kick. And past the midway point of the first half. The goalkeeper will feel they've been overly exerted. That very good save early on from Murakami. Hayashi, again Shoji. Very different performance this week to that we saw a week ago. A lot more possession from the home side this week. They're working the ball well, looking to turn it now into chances. Hayashi, little touch on it, enables Fujio just to see the ball out of play. Shimoda back towards Hayashi again. Shoji sees an open gap of turf to run into, but as he tries to release his fullback, he's just put a bit too much on it again. Brilliant season from him so far. Well, then again, you could say that about anyone in blue and black out there right now. Wellington's touch was beautiful. Kanamori helping the ball on, but tied it up well by Dresevic. Throw goes the way of the home side. Everyone had their arms up. Nicely done by Matsuoka, but challenged well by Shota Fujio. Byron Vasquez. Eric for Moshizuki. Just takes his time to assess his options. Dresevic. Hayashi. Chip forward, but harmlessly through. Quite all on the same wavelength there. One of those where the coach gets very frustrated. Understandably so. They've just not quite found that quality in the final third so far. Lots of possession the Machida team. They were described last week ahead of the Yokohama game as the hardest team to face in the J-League. They are physical and uncompromising. That's the talent they've got on show as well. Cup game that they lost to Tsukuba dramatically. You can see them pick up a number of injuries in what was quite a fractious game, and there are a few of those on the way up from the second tier of Japanese football last season. Everyone had the highest level of respect for the way they got themselves up and promoted. The players are just taking a hydration break with the temperature so warm. manager said that they'll have to use the substitutes wisely today. The weather's so hot. It's away well by Tashiro. Wellington. It's a lovely little squeeze through, isn't it, to Kanamori. Wellington again. Ball was a little behind Yuto Iwasaki. And here he comes now. Make good ground. Away by Shoji. Tashiro for Douglas Crawley. A little high. Here's the ball for Sato. By clever ball. Well on by Sato, looking for Kanamori. It was well dealt with defensively. And now the counter-attack, but the ball won't find Hirakawa from Fujio. Little touch on the ball, taking the weight off it. Dresevic. Ever so well to keep the ball in play there, did Eric. He was stumbling and falling as the ball came to him. It was running out of play, but somehow managed to keep his foot on the line and keep the ball on it or inside it. Played half an hour. Still we await the first goal. There are those that could help provide it if needed. Wellington again tussling for the ball. Henry Mochizuki didn't commit the foul. It was committed more, you'd say, by Kaya Sento. The free kick is taken quickly, looking for Kanamori. Douglas Grolli ends up on the floor, but he doesn't get a free kick. Concedes a free kick for handball. Well, that's given away, and given away in a dangerous area. Cross one comes to Wellington. They'll try again here. Still trying to get there, but it's well defended in the end. Touched by Eric, won't find Fujio. Was a chance for Avispa. Could have another chance here with Iwasaki. That ball will just run away from him. First real sight of goal for the visitors comes from an error defensively for Machida. Nicely done by Takeshi Kanamori. He's going to win a corner. Nicely done. Worked himself into a good area. I will take the corner. Lots of instructions being dished out to each other here. But Yuki Mai will take the corner. And Wellington's jump for it was deemed as legal. There's the follow-up, which will run harmlessly wide of the goal. Wellington's big jump, Cositani, was a little unconvincing. As the ball came out, he was struck by Kanamori, but he didn't quite catch it, did he? Nicely done by Douglas Crawley again. Shimoda. Just for a moment it looked as though the pass from Sento was going to be a little short. Inakao may be guilty of just trying to be over elaborate there, giving the ball away. Just sensing that Avispa are starting to believe a little more. Starting to see a lot more of the ball higher up the field. They're starting to have a lot more of the ball in good areas. Very, very noticeable. Mai. Here's Douglas Crawley again. Oda. Douglas Crawley, it's a lovely piece of skill. It's a very, very good piece of defending just to make sure they get in the way. Lovely play by the big centre-back. Really good awareness and appreciation of where the opponent was. Just couldn't quite deliver across goal. They do have a corner. Hiroyuki Mai will take it. Again, 4 in a row will make a break and a bolt for the ball. It's a good header by Mochizuki. Now it needs to be completed by the goalkeeper. Header away by Genshoji. Mochizuki again with a good clearance. Worth stressing the players absent for Avispa at the moment. We've already mentioned Takumi Nagaishi, also Yota Majima, the first choice right back at the start of the season. Add that to Kazuya Kono today and Tatsuki Nara as well, who's had his problems so far this season. Remember, he missed a month of the season through concussion. We've not seen him for a month now since the middle of May. But they're battling on and they have themselves another opportunity here. Corner won by Wellington. Here comes the corner. Again, it's Mai who will take it. Lovely header at the near post. It's come off the post and been hacked away to safety. And it was hacked away to safety. So close to a breakthrough. Brilliantly met at the near post by Itsuki Oda. And Kaya Sento, the first to react, as three waited for a tap-in. Oda so close to finding a way through. And finding himself a second goal of this J-League season, to add to the goal that he scored at Kashiwa at the start of June. But we've said they were getting better and better as the half went on. Super little delicate header, wasn't it? The goalkeeper may have kept it out, but the post not got in the way. Whichever way, the goalkeeper was stuck in the back of the net and the ball was sitting just off the goal line. Needed to be cleared by Sento and was. Header by Shoji. Nicely tidied up by Drešević. There's a problem here, though. Wellington in the wars. He's going to try and carry on without any treatment. It's the big Brazilian. Here's that chance again. Look at Itsuki Oda's movement. I think the goalkeeper probably would have kept it out, but either way, needed to be cleared by Kaya Sento. But looking at that replay from behind there, he probably got fingertips on it to start with. Kosetani. He's held in such high regard. He's the Machida goalkeeper. Remember, he's on loan from Gamba Osaka. Lads ago, of course, for Junichi returning to Gamba. And Machida this season are looking to achieve what Gamba did 10 years ago, when they were promoted from J2 and won the league in their first season in the top flight. It's only ever been done twice in the history of the league. Kashiwa did it in 2011, Gamba in 2014. Can Machida Zelvia maintain their form over the course of a further extended season this year? Remember, more teams in the top flight than there were last season. 38-game season. This match day 19. Forward by Shoji. Shimoda. Hayashi. Away by Douglas Grolly. Shoji. Again, they're happy to settle into a phase of possession. And they're going to win the ball here through Hirakawa, who waited for the poor touch of the defender. Tsukiura caught in possession. A free kick to Machida. Now can they turn it into something? couple of minutes to go until half-time. Nervous times for both coaches, who won't want to concede going into the half-time interval. But again, it's that opportunity from a set piece that they work so hard on preparing to the Machida team. Again, they will look to Hokuto Shimoda to create something from here. Always capable with that left foot. That's a really, really good defensive header. Nowhere for Hirakawa to go. Ball well won by Mai, but they've won it back of Machida. Really good challenge by Ibrahim Dreshevic. Forward by Hayashi, it's a lovely ball. Really good run by Eric, three weight in the middle, and Tashiro's in the way. The important clearance by Masaya Tashiro. Well, looking at taking the corner quickly, they decide against it. For once, they don't get it right. Approaching time that is to be added on at the end of the first 45 minutes. 2 minutes of time will be added. Douglas Grolly clearing the ball away, but only succeeding in clearing the ball out of play. Might just mean that his side end the half under pressure. Throw by Hayashi. Again, it's Douglas Grolly with the header. Kotoro. Hayashi will take the throw again. He is going to go long this time. A few move towards the ball now. The ball doesn't get past the first man, but Hayashi looking to work something. It's a lovely touch by Hirakawa. Gets it back, lovely skill. Hirakawa's cross. Just too high for Fujio. Michael Sitani was a long way out of his goal there. As that ball was cleared away. Had to retreat to retrieve the ball. Nice touch, here's Eric. Support comes from Byron Vasquez here. Should be the last chance of the first half for Machida to make something happen. Shoji. Hirakawa. His delivery, and it's towards Byron Vasquez, who just couldn't quite get there. On the last touch of the first half, very nearly produces the first goal of the game. Hirakawa, a dazzling piece of wizardry on that flank. Byron Vasquez, in the end, wasn't that close to it in truth, but made a really valiant attempt to get there. It has been a first half, though, that has been very, very evenly matched. Avispa, who were on the back foot for the majority of it, started to come into the game more and more. They've probably gone closer than anyone to a goal through Itsuka Oda's header, which came off the post via a touch from the goalkeeper. At the other end, Shimoda's free kick very early on went close, but not too much else to speak of for the league leaders so far. Half-time here, it's Machida Zelvia 0, Avispa Fukuoka 0.
駅によって発車場所が異なります。まず町田駅行きは野津田公園内展望広場から運行となります。ビジターゲート側からは展望広場が一番近いバス乗り場となります。続いて鈴川駅、こちらは野津田公園内からの有料の運行となります。また山瀬田駅行き、内戸駅行き、南町田南流パーク行きは場外ゼルビアの下のバスルートからの運行となります。なお南町田南流パーク行きは整理券の対応となり、なお整理券の配布は終了しております。詳しい運行情報はクラブ公式ホームページ、公式 X で随時更新いたします。なおシャトルバスは周辺交通事情により皆様
Welcome back to Machida. Nothing to give between Machida Zelvia, the league leaders of the J-League right now, and Avispa Fukuoka, the two informed sides right now in the J-League. The leaders against the side with 3 straight wins behind them. So perhaps inevitable that we've not had a goal, and we haven't had that many chances as well. It's been very, very even, the battle out there in the first half. Be interested to see if something can break in the second half. Well, there have been in recent years when the sides met. I say recent years, they haven't met since 2020, but lots of very, very tight games between them. The last meeting here ended 0-0. Hopefully that's not a forebearer of what we're going to see for the rest of this game. Well, Futoshi Nakamura gets us underway at the start of the second half. Goalless between the leaders, Machida Zelvia and Avispa Fukuoka. And what was always going to be a tight battle between two very strong sides up at the top of the J-League. Ibrahim Dreshevic back towards Ken Shoji. Back to Kositani, who did get hands on that ball to tip it onto the post from Mitsuki Oda. Confirmation of the teams going across the bottom of your picture. No changes in personnel for either side. The ball slid forward, looking for Fujio. Very well won and kept to maintain possession by Shimoda. Mochizuki. Again, there's enough Avispa shirts in the way. And that's what they've done really well. Masaki Murakami made a really good save early on from a Shimoda free kick, but they haven't had that many problems defensively since then. They grew as the half went on. It'll be interesting to see if there are any tactical tweaks from either manager. Certainly you'd say that Shigetoshi Hasebe would certainly be pretty happy with the way his side grew into the game. He will now ask them to take it a stage further and be even more of an attacking threat. Without their talisman, their main provider, Kazuya Kono today. A little wizard for Avispa. We haven't seen that much of Yu Hidakawa. He plays a very similar role in this Machida Zelvia side. Shoji. Mochizuki. Ayasento. Again, it's very, very different to what we saw a week ago in Yokohama. They didn't come hardly any of the ball, Machida. Happy to hit and play on the counter, which is the way they really like to play. Today they are being told that they have to take the impetus because Avispa are going to play a much more passive brand and wait to get possession. Certainly that will be what sides will do against them, particularly here. Particularly if they can maintain their form and their challenge up at the top of the table. There are always options as well. They did lose their last home game here, did Machida. 3-1 reverse against Albirex Niigata. Kobe have also won here so far this season. Well, they have a long throw here, lining up. Kotaro Hayashi. Mochizuki is going to come from a deeper position. Much distance on the first he tried, he does now. Mochizuki couldn't quite get the touch he wanted. He'll be a little disappointed. Douglas Grolly managed him well. They have used those long throws to good effect this season so far. I think they've shown, particularly last week as well, that they are a lot more than just set pieces. Oh, Kuroda's side. Ball is delivered, looking for Sato. Away by Dresevic. Sliced away by Kotaro Hayashi. Oda will take the throw. A player who has come closer to a goal than anyone else in this game. And they're actually looking to clear, he was caught. The high foot on Hirakawa. Will be a yellow card as well. High foot from Mitsuki Oda. And a sore one for Yu Hirakawa. Very apologetic to the referee, as he was to the Machida player, but the little man is in a fair bit of pain there, only 23. There's Yu Hirakawa, and after taking the second tier by storm, he was quite outstanding last season. His first Player of the Month award in April. Imagine there'll be plenty more for him to come in the future. He should be okay anyway after that bang. no lasting damage. Douglas Grolli was uncompromising. Very nearly comes to Byron Vasquez now then. Can they make something of this? It's Fujio battling for it, but look at that. The big strength and the big body of Douglas Grolli dealing with any danger. Well, everyone was asking for a free kick, and then Byron Vasquez was the one who kept alive and tried to make something happen. Grolli dealing with the eventual threat. They were building a nice bit of momentum just before half-time where Avispa. And they build on that in this second half. For Wayward with the pass. Again, it was Douglas Grolli throwing himself into the challenge. Already played 8 minutes of this second half. Nice win by Vasquez. Santo, Mochizuki, Shimoda. On by Sento. Mochizuki does well. There's no way past Gen Shoji. Throw for the home side. It's a really, really good battle for the ball, isn't it? Mia was not letting him out of his sight. Again, they see the opportunity to move the likes of Shoji forward and Mochizuki in the penalty area. Dresevic, Shoji always up for these set pieces. Shoji was beaten there to it. Hirakawa with a throw. Hirakawa's cross. Slapped away for the time being, but at the expense of another throw, which represents another threat. Well, they've taken it quickly, but too quickly. There was no one on the same wavelength as Hayashi there. Not what Kuroda would have demanded and expected from a throw-in in that position. One thing they've done is they've stuck to their guns throughout the season, stuck to the challenge in front of them. They do have plenty of talent to bring from the bench as well. There's a ball for Kanamori. It's a good challenge on him. He was denied any real space or opportunity to advance. Lovely ball, threaded by Oda. That's Oda again. Oh, free header of Wellington. That's a chance, and a big one as well for the veteran. Just manhandled Dresevic out of the way. But in doing so, he couldn't control the header at the same time. Such an opportunity. Sebi knows it. So too does the veteran Wellington. Mochizuki has been caught there by Yuto Iwasaka. Well, they've had a couple of really good chances now, haven't they? That's the bump that Mochizuki got from Iwasaki. It's a bit of a cheap shot, you have to say, by Yuto Iwasaki. See the jump straight up into the face of the rookie. No lasting damage again for him. Shimoda with the free kick. Mochizuki was already on his way back there. Well, all sorts of voices, all sorts of instructions coming out from the technical area. We can't separate these sides at the moment. Mochizuki with the header. That's nicely done. Delivered back looking for Sato. The goalkeeper will come and gather. Byron Vasquez. Nice little touch. Sento across the face of goal! And it's over the top by Hirakawa. He didn't know anything about it, in truth, as the clearance went straight against him, but very, very nearly ricochets into the empty net. Lovely play by Vasquez. And the defender gets lucky. The little flick clearance by Itsuki Oda onto Hirakawa, and up and over the top. A big, big let-off for Avispa. It's those little passages of play that they're normally so good at. Not really been able to put much together. Kanamori's going to make way here. There's some fresh legs as Masahi Kamakawa and Masato Shigemi will come on. Itsuki Oda will also make way. Changes on that flank. Oda's last involvement very nearly cost his side a goal. Wellington with the flick. It's a really good chase and a really good win. By Shigemi. Good battle for the ball, isn't it? Both players fiercely committed to it. The referee happy to let them play. No way through for Sato. And there's a foul on Sento. Well, the first change is coming just after the hour mark. Fresh legs for Avispa. That's another foul. And Murakami will go and take the free kick. Everyone steps away, it's going to go long downfield. Again, looking for Wellington, who wins more than his fair share of headers in the opposition half. Here's Douglas Crawley. That's a nice touch. Delivered high, but Kositani will see the ball harmlessly away. Again, Avispa getting to that final third, but not quite able to turn it into an opportunity. Starting to sense that there is a game here for them to win against the league leaders. Still we wait for the breakthrough. Again, Douglas Crawley with the header. Sento. Hayashi forward, Hirakawa. That's a huge lead by Wellington. He's hurt himself as well as he's come down as the big Brazilian. He's up and he's okay now, although moving a little gingerly. Mochizuki. It's a great little touch. Byron and Vasquez now. Can't quite thread the ball through the eye of the needle. Here's the substitute, Kamakawa. Nicely done. One looking for Riago Sato. We can't quite take the ball in. Again, it's so tight out there. Approaching the 20-minute mark in this second half. 25 minutes to go, and it is so precariously balanced, this game. Both sides just looking for that one break, that one opportunity. Nicely set for us watching. It's up in the air by Mia. Away by Tashiro. Baron Vasquez. Support is arriving. Again, a lovely thread for Sento. That's a good touch on the cross. Cleared away by Matsuoka. Vasquez again. Shimoda. The door to a potential ball forward was closed, so they'll have to look at another avenue to go down. Hayashi. Looking for Hirakawa. Beautiful turn. He wants to beat Douglas Crawley again. He has beaten him. He's gone down, but he's not going to get the decision from the referee. Goal kick. It was a tussle. And certainly the big defender was using his size and his build in the challenge, but not enough for the referee to penalise him. Was an arm on the shoulder of the little forward. Not enough of a pull, not enough of a touch for it to be a penalty. Had to be careful, the big man there. ball ends up back with Tani. Mochizuki again. That's going to curl and bend away. Just fade out of play. If he was playing golf, he'd just be off the fairway and in the rough there. On a football field, of course, it's out of play. Well, they all look on. There's a quarter of this game to go. Plus, of course, stoppage time. A long time in football terms. Shigemi. Iwasaki, and around the back comes Wellington. What a take that is by the goalkeeper. That's wonderful goalkeeping by Kosetani. Once again, re-emphasising the reasons why he was not just called up for his country, but also played just a week ago. It's brilliant goalkeeping, this. Has to be aware of the presence of Wellington behind him, but such a clean take. Taking the ball very much at the highest point. Wonderful piece of goalkeeping. To highlight the saves that they make, the outstanding stops, but moments like that as well. Real high quality. Such a good young goalkeeper. Such a talent. Last season, of course, Junichi Mori was on loan from Gamba at Yokohama as they challenged for the championship. Went very close. He's now back in goal at Gamba as they themselves are right up there challenging for the title this season. It meant that Kosetani could come on loan to Machida Zelvia. And now he's challenging for the title here and doing outstandingly well. Not just that, but playing for his country too. That's a lovely ball, Eric. He's got Fujio, who can't take it in. It's away by Tashiro. Lovely piece of play by Eric. Fujio. So sharp in front of goal. So little coming his way today. Just couldn't quite take the ball in. Could see the frustration on his face as soon as he realised it had got away from him. Tashiro, coolest man out there. Well, again, Makoto Shimoda will take the corner. 20 minutes remain. Is this their moment? Shimoda's corner. It's a very good header away by Tashiro. Kaya Sento. Hirakawa. Again, it's a wonderful little turn, but again, he's not quite able to keep his footing, keep the ball. And now the counter-attack. There's something developing here. Well, they both missed it. I think for a moment Iwasaki was expecting his teammate to pick up possession. In the end, he had too much to chase. Here comes the first change. Shunta Araki is going to come on for Machida. Tashiro. Iwasaki. Again, they're slowing the game down, playing it at their pace. Daiki Miya. Matsuoka, that's nicely done. By Mai, Iwasaki. Hiroyuki Mai thinks of having a go and does. And it just wouldn't come down for him. It was on, wasn't it? Turn, saw the opportunity. difficult skill to pull off. It wasn't far away. Worth a go. Well, here comes that change, and Shunta Oraki will come on for Byron Vasquez. First roll of the dice from the home side to bring on the 24-year-old. He was a player that came off the bench to good effect in J2 last season. 6 goals. That's a good piece of defending again. Well, the one thing you would say about the home supporters is they're going to have to get used to being patient and battling away. Here come changes for Avispa, and on will come a huge figure of Shahab Zahedi. I told you what he's done so far this season in the colours of Avispa. Crosses deep. It's met in the air by Beikimiya. Now the counter-attack, Eric. And well dealt with by Douglas Grolly again. That's delivered, looking for Ryogo Sato. Can't quite get there. Really good from Mochizuki again. His pass though is a little wayward. And brought away by Mai, who's fouled. And now we'll see those changes. And no doubt that Wellington will be one of those to make way for Zahedi. They're also going to make a second change as well and bring on Yuji Kitajima, the 23-year-old. We're just going to wait to make sure that Hiroyuki Mai is okay after that little ankle clip. Here come the changes now. Ryogo Sato and Wellington for the 2 to make way. Yuji Kitajima and Shahab Zahedi, the Iranian, come onto the field. Well, he is technically owned by the Ukrainian side, Zorya Luhansk, although he has been playing in Hungary and back in Iran over the last couple of years, with the situation in Ukraine being what it is right now. And prior to that, he was playing for Olympic Donetsk, the other team in Donetsk, alongside Shakhtar. He's been a player of undoubted quality down the years, the big forward. Already scored some stunning goals so far this season. He made a big impact in the J-League already. Interestingly, having started a lot of games, and he's been used mainly from the bench in the last few weeks. Of course, he was sent off in that game against Cerezo Osaka a month ago. He's been in and out to the side. He really did hit the ground running. Goals in 6 of his first 8 starts. That's nicely done. Won't break for Mai, it will break nicely now. It's a wonderful piece of skill, and the man arriving is a heady! Oh, what a chance for him. Just arrived from the bench. And he could and will feel he should have scored. What an opportunity. Brilliantly fouled by Iwasaki. Oh, what a chance. Frustration all round. Mochizuki with the flick. Well, we said it 10 minutes or so ago. Avispa really feel there's a game here for them to win now. That was their chance to get in front. Zahedi not quite able to take it, but again, just that sense. And here they come again. That's flicked by Mochizuki. Araki forward. Fujio with the attempted cross, charged down by Tashiro, and immediately it's sent downfield. Sent too far downfield, straight through to Kositani. Shimoda. Dresevic. Shimoda again. Is there a cutting edge for the home side in this game? There hasn't been much of one so far. Remember, the closest they've come to a goal came from an attempted clearance by Itsuki Oda that bounced off Hirakawa and very nearly went in the net. Just over the top. Apart from that, really, just that very early free kick. That's a foul by Zahedi. Free kick was taken a little too quickly and the ball was moving, and it means that Kai Shibato can come from the bench alongside Kazuki Fujimoto to step into the game. Kaya Sento will be the first to make way. Shibato, who was influential in the victory in Yokohama a week ago. Just did the ugly stuff really in midfield. Edik is the other who makes way. Again, a game where he's not really quite been able to express himself the way that he would like to get into the game. They found it difficult, he and Shota Fujio. Shimoda with the free kick. Mochizuki with the header, but it's away and out of bounds, behind for a goal kick. And we're inside the final 10 minutes. We're almost inside the final 9 minutes now in Machida on a scorching hot day. Well, it's not the first time this season that questions have been asked of Machida. We had that 0-0 draw at Shonan Belmari. And they found it difficult. There's been defeats along the way as well, but there's been so much joy, so many good performances. This is, at the moment, looking at a second home game without a victory. It's time to change that. It's nicely done. Kitashima. Iwasaki. Tashiro. That back three for Avispa have been excellent. Fukuoka couldn't keep it. Very well won back. And immediately, from going back to the goalkeeper, they start to move downfield again. Chases on Douglas Crawley, running away from Fujimoto. Araki gets it back, and it opens up nicely. Another shot in the end as well from Shibato. Just come onto the field. He isn't one who has regularly troubled the scorers down the years. And he's a little wild with the final effort as Tashiro came to close him down. Never looked like troubling the scorers, did it? From Kai Shibato. Has scored already this season for Machida. First goal in a couple of years in the J-League when he scored in the 5-0 victory over Tokyo Verdy. Comfortable for Murakami. Well, they have scored 7 in the last 15 minutes of games this season of the home side. That's what they will look at now as they try to win this game. Mochizuki's got a bang here, which is going to just stop the game for a moment, although he is off the field. Just seemed to get his ankle trapped under the challenge as it came in from Kitashima. Looks a sore one, doesn't it? Concern here for the rookie fullback, who's been really good since breaking into the side. Yuto Hiratsuka will come on here for Matsuoko. Avispa are able to make the change, 5 minutes to go. At the moment, the game is set to continue as they try to sort out Mochizuki, who is still feeling the effects of that ankle injury. And the concern will be, can he continue or not? That's Dresevic. Araki has dropped in at fullback for the time being. Good win by Zahedi, but too much on it. Harmlessly through and out of play. That chance he had on coming on moments after he came on as a substitute, maybe the one that they look back on. Junior Suzuki will step on for Mochizuki. He replaced him late last week. This time it's because of an injury. Straight replacement, straight swap. The big lead wins the ball from Fujio. Felt there was a pull, and the referee has given it. And there is an opportunity here as Hirakawa was held. Well, they will look at Shimoda to try and conjure something very special. Gunya Suzuki is over the ball. Dresevic makes his way forward. They've just lost Mochizuki, of course, so his aerial threat is absent. Two and a half minutes remain plus stoppage time. Is there a late sting? There have been the late scorers extraordinaire this season. Suzuki's take, it's going to come all the way through. Fujio with the chance. It's a really good block. It was Zahedi who threw himself in front of it. Still Machida come. And it's another fine defensive header to get the ball away. Oh, they put everything on the line there. Suzuki will try with the throw now. Shoji and Dresevic will be the targets. I'm going to try a little variation. Well, there's a problem inside the penalty area here. There's been a coming together, and Douglas Grolli has ended up on the floor, which is why the referee has stopped the game. Well, he ran into Dresevic, didn't he? Dresevic, who was just holding his position. You can try again. Final minute of the 90. The home side turning the screw. Iwasaki has to retreat to allow Hirakawa to gain possession of the football. It's a little bit of a waste from Suzuki. Araki unable to make something of it. They might have weathered that little storm, the visitors. Felt that one would come eventually. But they repelled it very, very well. Some good defending. Araki. Away by Tashiro. It's going to be a foul by Araki. 5 minutes of time to add on at the end of the 90 minutes. The ball is delivered long downfield. Again, they're looking for field position, looking to make something happen. Kitajima. Iwasaki. Plenty of those Avispa shirts forward. Iwasaki. One for Mia. All the way across goal. It's a straightforward save in the end for Kosetani. Zahedi just blocked the goalkeeper off as he tried to release the ball. Nothing more than a free kick. Wasn't the worst header in the world, in truth, from Masai Kamakawa. Kamakawa back at the other end of the field. Touched by Zahedi. Now he'll go for the return. Machida backpedaling defensively. Zahedi single-minded in going for goal. Still they come. That's a good take by Tani again. Well, they're going to slug it out for the few minutes that return. Zahedi makes another break now, but the cross too far away and too close to the goalkeeper from Hiroyuki Mai. Suzuki, Shibato, Shimoda. Game working both sides of the field. Midway through the stoppage time, Suzuki away by Tashiro. Again, they've been first to all the balls that have been played up there. But defensively, rock solid today, Avispa. The ball threaded forward again and again. Really well dealt with by Tashiro. And it will give Avispa an opportunity themselves to try to build something in the less than 2 minutes that remain. Zahedi. It's overhit from Iwasaki. Well, who fancies making themselves a hero? Who fancies making themselves a match winner today? There are 90 seconds left. Kositani will send the ball downfield. Won by Dai Mika. He did really well. They did Mia there. That was by Shota Fujio. He made it his, didn't he, the defender? And that's what they've done all day, and they've done it so well. They have been more than the equal of Machida Zelvia, as we thought they would be. They're assigning really good touch, they're assigning really good form. They haven't ever really taken a step backwards. They were passive early on, waiting for their opportunity to come into the game. Only real threat was in the first couple of minutes. Eric and Co, it's not been their day. Shota Fujio's hardly had a sniff in front of goal. Hirokawa kept quiet by an excellent defence. And had Shahab Zahedi taken that header, well, Machida would have been staring a defeat in the face. As it is, it looks like it's going to be a draw. Well, it looks like it's going to be a draw, unless they urge their side to nick it. Mia with the throw, it's over Douglas Crawley. Of course, Itani will gather and will look to get the ball downfield. But there's no time to play any further. It's the second home game in a row that Machida Zelvia are unable to take maximum points. Today they are held by an excellent performance from a very upwardly mobile Avispa Fukuoka, who failed to win for the first time in 4 games. They'd won 3 in a row before today. They could have won this one as well. Shahab Zahedi with the best chance of the game, having just come on as a substitute, putting a header wide. At the other end, Shota Fujio on his Machida side, not quite able to find a way through like they have been doing in recent weeks, and that's why it ends with honours even. And it was honours even. It was a really good game, really tight game. Machida Zelvia 0, Avispa Fukuoka 0. Well, we said before the game that it was going to be finely poised and very tightly balanced, and so it proved to be the case. Avispa arriving on that really good run of 3 straight wins to take on the league leaders. What they do have, even without Tatsuki Nara, their captain at the heart of the defence, is a really good solid base, really good organisation, and Shigatoshi Hasebi once again doing such a good job with his side to set them up. Wellington leading the line so well that they could have scored themselves before half-time. They certainly will feel that they should have taken a chance after half-time. What they did was restrict the home side to very few opportunities. And Zahedi, the Iranian, coming from the bench, 6 goals already in the J-League this season. He will probably feel this afternoon that he should have got his 7th, sending that header, a free header, wide from distance. But for Wellington and goal, it's another performance that enhances their standing and their reputation in the J-League. Those supporters that have made the long old journey, over 1,000 kilometers from Fukuoka to Machida. 6 hours on the Shinkansen, 10-12 hours in the car, and they've backed it up with a really good performance of those players to pick up another valuable point. It does mean that it could get tighter at the top of the J-League, depending on what is to happen over the coming days, because it's a busy weekend. This is the opening game of the weekend in the J-League. And now it's over to the likes of Kashima Antlers and Gambo Osaka to see what they can do. Gamba take on Vissel Kobe, of course, in a big game, and Urawa against Kashima Antlers. But here it's finished 0-0. Shigotoshi Hasibi will make his way off, having sorted his side out and organised them really well. For Machida, well, expectations are so high. Let's hear from Gen Shoji.
FC Machida Zelvia 庄司源選手にお越しいただきました。お疲れ様でした。
はい、ありがとうございます。
スコアレスドロー、勝ち点1を分け合う結果となりました。まず今日のゲーム、どのように振り返られますか？
両チームね、守備が特徴のあるチームだと思いますし、そこをこじ開けれなかったのが、反省点かなと、次につなげれる引き分けと思いたいですね。はい。